What you see here is a photograph taken by a trail camera in one of Iowa City's public green spaces. But it's more than just a well-timed portrait of a red fox braving a late-season snowstorm. By the time my 3 minutes are up today, I hope to have you convinced that a photograph such as this one can be a powerful tool for conservation, education, and research. As the primary drivers of change on this planet, humans have now directly modified over 75% of Earth's terrestrial surface. The largest of these impacts is the conversion of land into crop and pasture, with countless plants and animals lost due to the destruction of their habitat. Without rapid reassessment of the human impacts on the species we share this planet with, our children will be left with nothing but photographs and picture books of the magnificent creatures that once roamed the earth. But all hope is not lost. Indeed, even in Iowa, where corn is king and less than 1% of native prairie remains, a surprising amount of biodiversity can be found. As rural inhabitants flow to urban centers across the Midwest, our cities expand, potentially adding new habitat in the form of urban green spaces. City parks and residential yards are just a few examples of urban green space incorporated into our urban environments. However, as we plan, discuss, and eventually develop these green spaces, the process remains focused on the human inhabitants of these cities. A broader approach, and one that I take in my work, is how we can instead create beneficial spaces for both humans and wildlife species, such as the fox seen here. My research focuses on small to medium predators that remain in the Midwest, including red fox, coyote, badger, and bobcat. To understand the factors of the urban environment that drive these species out, we combine data on human populations, landscape composition, and wildlife species. Motion-triggered cameras record wildlife at study sites located on transects, from the urban core to the rural fields, so that we can accurately describe the impact that varying levels of human influence has on the presence of these species. For example, our research has shown that this species, the red fox, prefers green spaces in residential areas. In these places, they may avoid competition for resources with coyotes, which typically avoid populated areas. Data from my work is combined with others across the globe through the Urban Wildlife Information Network. This long-term, systematic effort will enable researchers to develop basic theory on urban wildlife ecology at previously unseen global scales. Finally, my method of data collection has supplied me with some of the most amazing insights into the lives of the creatures we share our cities with. These visually stunning photographs have allowed me to share my work with captivated audiences, from school children to business students, further enhancing public interest in conservation efforts for all the species we share this planet with. Thank you.